أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وآله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد احلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي ربنا زدنا علما آمين يا رب. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. How is everyone doing? Can anyone confirm if my audio is clear? Alhamdulillah. Okay. Yeah, we will go to the last part of the term, which is powerful lisan. So till now, what did we study? We studied the halq, the al-jawf, al-lisan. We went to the aqsa lisan, wasat lisan, and hafat lisan yesterday. And then today, we will go to the final part of the tongue, which is the powerful lisan, which makes 11 letters. Okay. So in order to understand clearly from the very small part of the front part of the tongue, we have divided again the tongue into 3 parts. Okay, so let's say this is the tip of the tongue. Okay, let's say this is the tip of the tongue. Okay, this is the tip of the tongue. Okay, that means from the complete tongue, which is the aqsal lisan, wasat lisan, and tarful lisan, I will draw this tarful lisan only here. Okay, so this is tarful lisan. So this tarful lisan, we have the thickness here. We have a thickness to the tongue. Okay. So this is the thickness of the tongue. What I am drawing, this is the thickness of the tongue. Okay. And we have the hafa here. So this is the hafa. So the area little bit below the hafa is the thickness of the tongue. And we have another part here, what we call as the top of the tip of the tongue. Okay. So this pink colored area is the top of the tip of the tongue. The yellow color is the adnal hafa. And the area little bit below, which is the thickness of the tongue, is actually we call as the tarful lisan while we are explaining the parts of the tongue. Okay. So this is the tarful lisan. This is the wahar tarful lisan, the top of the tip of the tongue. Wahar. And the yellow color we already discussed. It is the adnal hafa. Adnal hafa. It is for the articulation responsible for the letter lam. Okay, so the letter lam from adnal hafa. So from the tarful lisan and the wahar tarful lisan, let's see which are the letters being articulated. And actually we have one more area. Okay, so that will be visible only when the tip of the tongue is extremely sharpened. Yani we have the sharpest, the extreme tip of the tongue, what we call as only this area. Okay, not the complete area. Only this area it will stretch and we will get a sharpened tip, what we call as ra'sul lisan. Okay, ra'sul lisan. So this will happen only when we stretch the tongue outside the mouth. If it is inside, ra'sul lisan is not visible. Okay, so let's see the letters, how it is being articulated. So for the letter noon, okay, so from the tongue you can see how the noon is articulated. It is the thickness of the tongue. Okay, so as I mentioned, the tongue it has thickness. Okay, that thickness is what we use for the articulation of the letter noon. So you can see here there is enough gap between the upper roof and the lower jaw. And the tongue has to raise up and it has to use the thickness. Do not move the jaw. Okay, so let's hear the audio. Let me set the sound. Okay, so listen. Oh, there is no sound. I don't know why. Okay. And. Okay, so this is the sound for the letter noon. So actually what happens here, you can see the tongue when we raise and hit the upper roof. So where is it hitting? We didn't discuss about the hitting area, isn't it? So Remember, we talked about the lamb, the yellow colored area corresponding to the 8 teeth in the ridges area, isn't it? So if this is the upper roof and we have this ridges area, okay, and the lamb was somewhere from the 8 teeth area. If this is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this was the area for the letter lamb. Okay, means different color. So corresponding to the 8 teeth from the ridges is the hitting area for the letter lamb. And just in front of the lamb, that means still it is in the ridges area, but to the center, little bit, okay, here is the hitting area. We didn't reach the gums yet. We are still in the ridges area. Okay, so that is the letter noon. And so when we do the articulation, that means the tip of the tongue with the ridges area above, just in front of the hitting area of the letter lamb. Actually, you can see the uvula is separated. Remember, we discussed about this earlier. The uvula, it acts as a gate, okay, gate to the opening of the hoisum to the throat. So when we are intaking the air normally, we will take the air from the nose and it will reach the throat. So you can see an opening to the throat here, and uvula is responsible for opening and closing that area. So when we articulate the letter noon or the letter meme, what happens is that this uvula, it will be separated from the upper roof and there is an alternate, or maybe the second exit is open. So the vibration coming from the vocal cord, it has now two pathways. The exit number 1, exit number 2. So this is the exit number 1 what we discussed now. The powerful lisan, the thickness of the tongue with the upper roof. So what happens? The sound gets stuck here. It will be stuck here itself. It has no way to escape. So it will be stuck here. Whereas the remaining sound or some part of the sound, it will escape through the hoisum as gunna. So this is how the gunna is happening. Okay, so what happens? We will hit the makhraj and it will be stuck. But it is already another exit opened from the uvula area straight towards the hoisum, and the sound will exit through that. This is how the gunna is happening for the letter noon. So let's see the different sifats. It is jahar, it is tawassut, it is istifal, infitah, and gunna. So these are the 4 sifats. Special one is the gunna, and hence it is 5 sifa. Actually, when we discuss about the sifa, there is another category which is actually not related to the tajweed. That's why we are not discussing like ismat and idlaq. That we are not discussing here. Okay, because it's not related to tajweed. Okay. So the next area, the next letter, it is the letter ra. So again, so which area we are using from the tarful lisan? It is the top of the tip of the tongue. So it is the wahar tarful lisan. So this wahar tarful lisan, it will raise and it will hit the area in front of the noon. So that means you will get the area from the ridges area and the gums. The ridges area and the gums, both we will be able to use. Gums and the ridges. So in order to find the proper area, hitting area, what you just need to do, you just make the tikrar strongly. Like, so where is the exact area? We are using the gum and a little bit part from the gums also. The ridges and the gums. Maybe the junction we can keep. Only there we will be able to make this sound. So you can find that area. The gums, that the smooth area. Okay. So if this is the upper roof, we have this gum still here, isn't it? The smooth area along with the ridges area. We have ridges and we have gums here. Arrow. Okay, feel it, feel it. Okay, ra 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 ra. But the thing is that there is no need to push too much and make the repeated sound. Only one sound is needed for the letter ra. Okay, so that's why ra is preferred and not ra. See, ra. Both. No, not just gums or ridge. That's not possible. Okay, you will start more area from the ridge and little bit area from the gums. You just move your tip of the tongue little bit front or the back and find the proper place. That's it. That is the exact area. Let's listen to the Sheikh.
Ar.
Can you see? This is the sound. Ra, ru, ri. So because the taqi, we know that the letter, when it is kesra or few other conditions with sukun, the letter ra can be tarqiq also. And inshallah, we will study the different situations in the next level, the ahkam. Okay. So ra, ru, ri. Not say ri or ri. No. Ri. Touch the makhraj. Ri. Ra, ru, ri, ra, ru, ri, aru, ir, uru. Understood. So what happens is that when we hit the makhraj, the sound is articulated and it will travel backwards, because it is just like, you're dipping your hand. Okay, so you're dipping your hand in a bowl of water, let's say. So this is a bowl and it is filled with water. You are dipping your hand, and then when you raise your hand, what happens? So let's say this is your hand, and these water droplets will flow down, isn't it? Same way, because the tongue is in this position, the sound articulated, what happens? It will travel backwards. Okay. So then what happens is that there will be a small opening in the center, because we are focusing on the two sides from the wahar tarf al-lisan, not the complete front half area. No, it is the top of the tip of the tongue from the two sides. So you can see only these two sides are what we are using, a very small area from the upper roof, from the tongue to the upper roof. Okay, so the sound that is traveling backwards, it will again go up and it will exit. So it is like this way. The sound is moving. Ra. When we keep the batter for making doshas, if you make dosha, okay, or maybe some, the fermented dough. Okay, what we will do, we will use the spoon and then we will fold it, or maybe the making of the cake. They will add the dry ingredients and then they will make the folding, isn't it? The same way they will go down and then they will go backwards to the down and then they will come front to upward direction. Back to down and then again come up to front. So that way. Ra. The sound goes that direction. So this is the letter Ra. We know that this letter Ra has this change in the direction path. Okay, that we will call as inhiraf, and this trilling sound, this sound, that is tikrar. Okay, so two special sufa. Only the letter Ra has two special sufa, inhiraf and tikrar, whereas all the other 27 letters, few doesn't have special sufa, but the letters possessing the special sufa, only the letter Ra has two. Okay, and we don't know that the letter Ra can be tafkhim or tarqiq. So if it is tafkhim, the back part will be elevated. For tafkhim, for tarqiq, it will be lowered. So this is the letter Ra. And we have the other sifa jahr. It is tawassut. Why it is tawassut? Because actually the letter, the sound, it allows only partial flow. Because at one time the sound is going backwards and the other, at the same time the sound is going frontwards also. So literally only partial flow of sound is happening here. So that's why it is tawassut. Now isti'la, infitah and inhiraf, or not ghunna, it is tikrar. Okay, there is a mistake in the slide. Please note the correction. Okay, now we went backwards. So now we will move to the next set of letters from one single makhraj, just like we discussed the letters Jim, Jim, Sheen and Ya. We have the three letters Ta, Dal and Ta. Okay, so these three letters, the Ta, Dal and Ta, what happens is that they come from the area little bit in front of the hitting area of the letter O. So the order will be in a way, if this is the tip of the, if this is the upper roof, we have this ridges area, okay, and we are starting with the Jim Sheen here, and then here it is the lamb, here it is the noon, here it is the letter O, okay, both the ridges and the gums. So now we have reached the area of the back part of the front incisors. So the incisors, the area where these tooth are inserted into the gums is what we call as the root. So when you make the letter pa or dal or the tip of your tongue, that means the thickness of the tongue, it will feel both the teeth and the gums. Po, 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 po. The. So remember, don't go for the 4 incisor area. No, only focus on the 2 incisors and the root of the 2 incisors. Then only the tongue will be sharpened. Otherwise, it will be the, ad. It's not ad. It is ed. See how sharp and strong the letter dal. The Arabic the sound is sharp and strong, soft, like the. It's not the. Like na'budu, do. Na'budu, ya'budu, do. Same for ta, and ta, not ta, no, ta. Then po. When we do the po, actually the tip of the tongue slightly the shape will be different because here it is a heavy letter. We will raise the back part of the tongue. Along with that, the sides of the tongue will also be elevated. So what happens if we raise the sides of the tongue? What happens if we raise the sides of the tongue? Isbaq, very good. Okay, that is the compression will happen. Isn't it? See how the sound for the compression? Po, 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 po. Understood? Not po, po, po. Okay, so let's hear the sound.
Al-ta, 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 al-ta.
Po, 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 po. You may feel that compression. Okay, now let's hear the letter dal.
Adda.
Okay, so don't make adda. No, adda, the. Okay, it is little bit sharper. Adda. We know that it is having qalqala. Ad. Now see the. So when we do there is no air sound, but yes, there is air. If you keep your back part of the hand in front of your mouth and then you make you will clearly feel a hitting of the air. Only thing is that you will not be able to hear the sound of the letter, just like we discussed in the letter kaf, isn't it? Tu, ti. Understood? Okay. So this is the comparison with respect to the air. Letter pa has the, dal has der, only ta is hams. With respect to the sound, letter pa and the dal has a shidda and the ta also has shidda. Okay, no one is tawasut or rahawa from this family. Everyone is a strong letter, pa, dal and ta. And the direction of the sound, pa is isti'ala because it is a heavy letter, and the dal and ta, they are lowered letters, istifal letters, mustafila. Okay, pa mutbaqa, dal and ta munfatiha. Pa and the dal has qalqala, doesn't have qalqala, it has only hums. Now we will go to the next family, letter sad, sin and za. So with the sad, sin and za, there is something special which have a unique quality only for this family, what we call as safir. Okay, so when we are talking about the safir, make sure your raqsul lisan is what we are using. Till now we were using either the ظهر طرف اللسان, that is the top of the tip of the tongue, or the thickness of the tongue. But from now on, then coming to these, we will be using Ra'sul Lisan. Remember, Ra'sul Lisan will be, we will be able to use the Ra'sul Lisan only when we stretch the tip of the tongue sharply. And the sharpest extension will be for the letters. Okay. For this will happen only two things are satisfied. The first one, the tip of the tongue should be very tip of the tongue. That is the Ra'sul Lisan. The second thing, when we are using the Ra'sul Lisan, see the tip of the tongue, the middle part of the tongue, that means the, not middle part, sorry. The Tafal Lisan area, it will raise this way and it will make a gap between the upper roof. See, this will actually produce the Safir. It is same like the whistle itself. The Safir means it is the whistling, isn't it? So how the whistle it will be? It is the whistle, isn't it? So whistle have an opening here and you are blowing the air here and it is not coming this way. The hole is here, isn't it? So we are keeping the tip of the tongue here, but the sound is exiting between the incisors. See, there is a very little gap is there between the two jaws. Okay, very minute, the measurement, it is very little. But it is open, that's the point. So, father. S, sa, su, si, so, su, fli, za, zu, zi. So let's go to the next letter.
Elf.
Flow of air and the Safir together. See, else we have the Safir is also there and the air sound is also there. Whereas when we do the scene, S, there is only whistling. No, the air sound we won't be able to hear even though it has the strongest amount of air. Listen again.
Elf.
Okay, now let's listen to the scene.
S.
Can you feel that strong whistling for the scene? Now for the Z, listen. See? This is the difference. The difference is within the sound of the Safir. The Sad and the Sin has strongest Safir compared with the Z because the Z it is a Jahar letter, whereas the Sad and the Sin they are Hams letters. As I mentioned, the air will help in the in giving the Safir in the strongest way. Whereas comparing the Sad and the Sin will be having the strongest Safir. But the Sad is the heavy letter. Sin is weaker, but Sad is heavier. Okay, but the Safir for Sad is less compared with the Sin. Understood? Okay, so the Safir is the unique quality for these letters. Okay, so the Safir is because of the tight passage between the upper roof and the Tarf lisan area, and this will happen only when we use the Ra'sul lisan behind the lower incisors. So this is the only letters that is making use of the lower teeth. All the other letters it makes use of the upper roof area. Now the last family from the tongue, it is the wa, zal and sa. Wa, zal and sa. So here you can see again Ra'sul lisan, but now Ra'sul lisan has come out of the teeth. When a person is articulating these three letters, they will be able to see the Ra'sul lisan of that person because it is outside, not inside. Okay, so we will use the bottom edge of the upper two incisors and the Ra'sul lisan. So let's hear the sound.
Allah.
Yeah, letter wo. So if you have any issue with the letter wo, but your zal is correct, see, The sound of the letter dal and the wa is similar. Only difference is the itbaq for the letter wa. Okay, that heaviness is making the dal. So listen to that.
الذين
Okay,
الذاكرين
the flow of sound should be there. Now the sa,
الثواب سجاجا الثواب
See how the
سجاجا
separation of the two jaws are visible in the image. See? So remember, sometimes the sisters will make a mistake here. They will use the support of the lower jaw for these letters. No, there should be enough gap between the two jaws so that the tongue can raise and move freely inside the mouth. So in case you are supporting this, this will be, even though you are using the tip of the tongue outside the mouth, the sound will be heard as the letter dal, like no, the. You will be able to make the letter the sound, even keeping the tip of the tongue outside. Now the last, not last, the fourth one, ash-shafatan. So we have completed the tongue, alhamdulillah. All the four specific parts we discussed. And now we will be going to the, we have 10 specific articulation points from the tongue, whereas for the shafatan, we have only 2 specific articulation points. The first articulation point, it is that of the makhraj of letter fa, where we are using only one lip from the 2 lips, only one lip, that is the lower lip we are taking, and we will be using the wet area from the lower lips with the bottom edge of the upper 2 incisors. So that means when a person is articulating this letter fa, the other person in front of her, she will be able to see only the middle part of the teeth, not the upper area or the lower area, because the upper area is inside the upper lip and the lower area of the incisor is inside the lower lip. So she will be able to see only the middle part of the incisors. F. So in case if she is using this area to wet, dry area, here the sound will be F, 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 only air sound. No, we need to have the if sound. So for that you have to go inside the f. This sound should be there.
أف تفعلون
See how strong, mashallah, sound of Sheikh Ayman Suwaid.
أف تفعلون.
This sound should be there. Now let's go to the second one, which is the letter waw. Just like we told for the waw maddiya, the circling should happen in the wet area, not in the dry area. And same like we talked about the letter ya, the sound is not similar in every situation. When it is sukoon, before it is a fatha, we have to make the softened sound like aw, aw, aw. Whereas for the wa, we, woo, the sound wa, we, woo, aw, wa. Don't say aw, no. Wa, we, woo, aw, aw, aw. No video, no sound. Yeah, no sound. Okay. Yeah, so we will go to, so now still we are in the wet area, but for the waw we will be using both the lips. For the fa we will be using only one lip. Now for the letter ba, we have reached the wet area. Okay, so that means we are almost to the end of the articulation system. So we have reached the area that we can see from outside. Okay. And it is very visible. Even if you check in front of the mirror, just you close the mouth, you can see the wet area is in contact, and you can see the dry area, and dry area is in contact. So you close the lips naturally, and then you give strength to the inner wet area, and then you open. Okay, so close naturally and give strength to the inner area. Ba, ba, bi, bu, ab, ab, ab. So same for the letter meme, the last letter. We will close it naturally, but we give strength on the outer dry area and we will open. Ma, ma, ma. Mekh, mesah, ma, mi, mu. Okay, so as you can see in the image, the sound that comes at the shafatan, it will be stuck here, and then second exit is open just like for the letter noon. So the sound is exiting through the khayshu, isn't it? So this is the 4 letters from the shafatan, very easy letters. And inshallah we will study about the akham and all regarding the meme sakin rulings and non sakin ruling, everything in the next level, inshallah. Now coming to the last makhraj, muhaqqaq, it is the khayshu. Khayshu means the nasal cavity. So as we discussed, there are only 2 situations where the uvula will be separated from the upper roof. So that means the khayshu is now in contact with the throat. So the throat makes the vibrations from the vocal cord and it reaches the both areas at the same time, the mouth and the khayshu. So what happens is that the jawf is closed now because the shafatan is here. See, this is the area for the jawf, isn't it? So the jawf is closed. So that means what is open? The khayshu is open. Same for the noon. The makhraj is closed here, and then the khayshu is open. Okay. And so we can say this nasal cavity, it is the exit point for only the 2 letters which has its own special sifa called as ghunna. So we have finished it. So if you have any doubt, please ask. So ready to take some questions? Yes or no? Any tips for letter po? First of all, you need to practice the itbaq sound separately. Okay, that is the main thing for all the 4 letters. See, the ta is easy for you, isn't it, Sister Samia? The ta is easy. Po, ain, sin. Okay. The ta, it is the heaviness is to, isn't it? So till here it will be easy for you. Okay. Ta, to. This is easy. You can make it. Like if your qaf, ghain, kha, everything is correct, then ta will also be correct. Now the point is with the itbaq. So it is not your issue with the sound of pa, and maybe it will be itbaq. But if your both sad and the wa is correct, then actually you have itbaq. Only thing is that you don't know how to apply the same thing in this letter. First of all, you fix the makhraj. Like I am not going to change the makhraj from the makhraj of the ta and the dal. Same makhraj for the letter po. Okay. Sometimes the mistake is happening because you are compromising with the makhraj, even though you know everything. You are going for shortcuts. No, maybe it will take some more extra time, but always go with the proper makhraj. Okay. So try to separate the itbaq from any easy letter from the 3 other letters. Maybe it will be bod or from the sad or from the wa. Find which letter is easy for you. You separate the itbaq from that. For example, let's say, tell me what is your easy letter from these 3? Which is your easy letter? Sad. Okay, good. See? So you are making so. Okay, see how I'm going to the itbaq. Feel it. First I will say so. Like this. Then I will separate the makhraj from the scene and I will just focus on the aqsal halq, like from the hamza. What I did at the end is the hamza with the itbaq. See? So. So this is how you can practice the itbaq separately. So now you bring this o sound because now you feel like, okay, I want to make the itbaq sound. The itbaq sound is there. Till then, you have to practice this sound. So you separate. I mean, just like we are sieving out the filtering. We are filtering just like you are filtering out the itbaq from the Fath'h. And then you can practice the thought separately. Then you mix it with your layer. So the to easy for you. Then po. You bring the o sound to the to. Po. You start from this point. Po. حنك الأعلى and tell the places to put the tongue for طرف and رأس اللسان. For which مخارج letters, dear? Which letters? Because from the طرف اللسان we have 11 letters and I drew a little bit before. We were not there. Okay, let me try again. So this is the ridges area, let's say. Okay, so we have the teeth from here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the 4 teeth will be the ridges. Okay, so the ridges will be from like around the halfway like this. It will be a bit extending downwards. So this is the ridges area. Okay, so when we make the letter lam, it will be the 8 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4 from this side. Similarly, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the other side. So this will be the hitting area for the letter lam. This is why it is called as the widest makhraj. Remember, we discussed this yesterday. Okay. So now when we move to the letter noon, it is in front of the letter lam. Okay. So the tongue will be a little bit sharpened here. Okay. Now when we make the letter ra will be both the areas, more areas from the ridges and a small area from the gums, like that. And now when we move to the paw delta, we will reach the root of this teeth, the two teeth, 2 incisors. Okay, one from this side and the other from the next side. Okay, and the paw delta, it is very clear, isn't it? So it is outside the teeth, and the fourth inside is below. Sister Romana, is it clear now? Amin wa iyyakum. And Sister Sami, for the letter Ain, first of all, you have to feel the makhraj. Okay, just like you drink some water and you can feel the choking feeling. Okay, isn't it? Sister Samia, please reply to my questions. Okay, you can feel that choking feeling when you drink some water. Okay, only 2 fingers. Don't press too much. Just you feel. Okay, just you feel there. See if this is my chin and the throat. Okay, so the exact area is these 2 here. So keep 2 fingers here. Just you feel. Okay, then again you swallow, and you can feel something is moving like this, isn't it? Okay, like this is moving like this feeling it will get. So exactly here it is the epiglottis is there. Okay, and now we have the tongue, and the tongue ends in the epiglottis. So this is the area for the letter Ain. So what you have to practice, how you have to practice is you keep your jaws separated as much as you can when you do the hamza. As maximum the proper hamza if you are making, you separate the jaws as much as you can. This is the teeth what I have drawn here. Okay, teeth. So separate the teeth, jaws. So when you're saying your focus should come. I'm doing from here, isn't it? And suddenly you shift the focus from here to here. See, you have to focus. To feel where your tongue is ending. Okay. Actually, it is the wasata, and it means it is a very weak letter. There is no need to give that much like letter pa or the qaf or even ba. The ba is stronger than letter ain. Okay. Or dal, jim. These are stronger. But see, it is a weak letter. Not weak, actually, it is moderate. ستاند for فتحة. Okay, so this is the makhraj of the letter Ain. You can practice that. Okay. Then scene. For the scene, you have to focus two things. The first of all, the tips should be extremely sharpened. That is one point. And the second thing, you have to focus the tight passage between the upper jaw and the tongue. Remember, if this is your teeth, let's say, and then the gums and the upper roof, and then your tongue is like this, isn't it? Like this. So this gap you have to keep in mind. Okay, so what we have to do, you have to keep in mind, when you make this sofir, actually we have, all the local languages have this sound. As to my knowledge, I don't know. Okay. So is sound is common, isn't it? Or maybe when we are pronouncing the English words like see or ice or ice cream, we will bring the sofir. So sometimes, okay, you will feel that sofir in your normal speaking sometime. Okay, you might feel sometime, or maybe from now on you try to read some words and with s there, with is sound is there from your language or maybe English, and then you see this will happen automatically. This sofir, without thinking about any makhraj and all, you are making the is sound. A slight sound is there. So now you try to filter that is sound from that word. For example, if I'm saying ice cream, okay, so normally I'm saying I will not think about the sofir. So because of that, maybe the sound will be different. I will just think about ice cream. I will not think about the lisan or the tight passage, anything. No, I am thinking about the ice cream. Okay, and then I will say ice cream, ice cream, ice cream. So ice cream, ice, ice. So you can feel it. So how the sharpened tongue is there. This is the is sound. How the tight passage is there, upper roof. Ice cream. Ice is. Sa. Understood? Like that you can practice. Okay, so ready for questions? If you say yes, I will start. Okay, first question. The letter noon has only one makhraj, the tarful lisan. Or the letter noon will make use of tarful lisan only. True or false? What is the second makhraj? I have the second exit point, dash. Khayshum, very good. Okay. So, ghunna is a letter because it is making use of a specific articulation point, khayshum. Then what? Ghunna is a sound or sifa or quality. The sound is not actually a proper word because the letters are also sounds. Okay, so better you can cite the ghunna is a sifa or quality or characteristics. Okay. Yeah. Now the next question. The quality for the flow of sound for the letter ra is dash. The flow of sound quality for the letter ra. Options: shidda, rakhawa, tawassut. It is tawassut. Okay, next question. The reason for the tawassut in the letter ra is dash. The reason for tawassut in the letter ra is dash. First option, tikrar. Second option, inhiraf. Third option, yeah, it is inhiraf. Because it is only partial flow is happening, because always one part of the sound is coming down and the other part is going up at the same time, isn't it? Now, now the letter O. Okay, dash is the letter. Dash is the heaviest letter. The heaviest letter or the strongest letter. Letter Po. Okay. Which letter has the greatest number of sifat? The greatest number of sifat for this letter. Good. How many sifat? You know how many sifat? Yeah, it is 7. Okay, we discussed only 6 sifats. Count that. For the letter O, it is Jahr, it is Tawassut, it is Istifal, it is Infitah, and then Tikrar, and then Istifal and Inhiraf. So it is only 6 sifat we discussed. As I mentioned, the one sifat we didn't study. Okay, so total number of sifat, it is 7, but we studied only 6. Okay. No, it is idlaq. Okay. The idlaq letters are fir min lub. Okay. Fara min lubin mutlaqa. Okay, it is idlaq, not ismat. Letter O is idlaq. Inshallah, we will study, if there is a chance, inshallah, we can study in the advanced level. Now the next question, letter Ta is having the shidda and hums, whereas the letter Dal is having shidda and jahr. Ta has shidda and hums, Dal has shidda and jahr. Isn't it? Correct statement. Very good. Now the family Sad Sin Za have a unique quality called as dash. The unique quality for the Sad Sin Za. This is the Safir. Very good. Okay. Now from the family of Shafatan, there is one letter which makes the use of 2 makhraj at the same time. Which letter is that? It is the letter Meme. One sister got confused, okay, by the question. No problem. It is the Meme. Meme has Shafatan and it is the Khayshum. Okay. Now, from the family, the Shafatan, Huruf Shafatan, okay, Huruf Shafawi, we can call any of these names, okay. So, this from the family of Huruf Shafawi, only one letter uses one lip. Which letter is that? Letter Fa, isn't it? Good. Okay, then letter Ba is coming from the dry area. True or false? False. It is from the wet area. Very good. Okay. Now maybe we can ask the previous portions, previous days questions a little bit. I will give you like a clues and you have to find the letter. Okay. I will give some clues and you have to find the letter. I am from the Aqsa Lisan and I am heavy. Yeah, letter Qaf. Very good. Okay. I am from the Halq and I have air and I am heavy. I am from the Halq. I am heavy and I have air. Very good. So from the Halq we have 6 letters. I am heavy, only 2 letters, Ghain and the Kha. I have air, only letter Kha. Letter Ghain is a Jahr letter, isn't it? I am the only family where I don't have a specific makhraj. Yeah, it is Al-Jawf. Okay, the family is mud letters. Okay, the non-specific is the Al-Jawf. Okay, question I asked, my family, which is not using the proper makhraj. I'm the only family which is not having the specific makhraj. Okay, it is only one single makhraj for the Jawf letters. Hmm? So, we are named as Huruful Lahwiyan because we are coming closer to the Iwula. We are called as Huruful Lahwiyan because we are coming from the area closer to the Iwula. Yes, letters Qaf and Kaf. Very good. From the Huruf al-Shajariya, I am the only letter having different sounds in different situations. Very good. No. One wrong answer. Okay. Yeah, it is letter Ya Ghair Maddiya. Okay, Ya Ghair Maddiya. Okay, because this is a quick chatting, you can just write the letter Ya, but always if it's an exam, try to write the complete name Ya Ghair Maddiya. Yeah, without any extension. I'm not sure why the Jeem got, because I clearly mentioned different sounds with a different situation. Letter Jeem has only one sound. Then which question? Maybe the last question. Okay. I am the only letter which is making use of the, no, I am the only letter from the lips which is making use of the action of the tongue. Let's see who can answer. I am the only letter from the lips. Actually, every letter is there, but this is kind of special. I am the only letter which actually takes a different action from the tongue. Yes. It is Waw Ghair Maddiya. Why it is so? Because we know that when we circle the lips, the shape of the tongue will be slightly different. Whereas for the Ba, Fa, and what's the Meme, the tongue will be resting position. Only for the letter Waw, the shape of the tongue will be different. Then, okay, we didn't discuss about the laqab, right? The nicknames of the letters. We discussed today Noon and the Ra. So the Lam, Noon, and Ra, they all three are together called as Huruf al-Zalaqiyya. Zalaq, Zal, Lam, Qaf, Zalaqiyya. Okay, so letters from the tip of the tongue. Then Ta, Dal, Ta, they are called as Nutu'iyya. Noon, Ta, Ain, Ya. Nutu'iyya. Why? Because they are from the upper part, the elevated area. Now, Sad, Sin, Za, they are called as Huruf al-Asaliya, Asal. Hamza, Sin, Lam, Ya. Asaliya. Okay, so that means they are the, not Asal, it is Asaliya. And it is the strongest or the sharpest, and it is related to the Safir. Okay. Now, or Huruf al-Safir also, they are also called the same way. Now the huruf what is left? The wa, zal, and sa, they are called as huruf lisawiyya. Lissa. Lissa means it is closer to the gums. Lisawiyya. Lam, sa, waw, ya. Lisawiyya. Then huruf shafatan or huruf shafawiyya. Okay, like that. You can write. That's it. Alhamdulillah. So with this, we have finished our 4-day journey. Alhamdulillah. So I hope you all benefited from the session. So now what is left? So tomorrow will be Sunday. And then maybe on Wednesday we can keep the exam. Inshallah. So you will not get the receive the PDF because you have to prepare yourself the notes and all. Okay. So maybe what I can do, I can just send you a PDF of the pictures so you can practice that. Actually, there is not that much in the slides also, but then anyways, it is time you can select here, 24 hours. You can write any convenient. It's just, few questions, multiple choice. You can finish within 30 minutes or so. So you can do it on your pace. Okay, so that way you can move to level 2 if you wish so. Okay, you are not in the group. Okay, yesterday, then how are you joining the link? I don't know. So you can ask the sister who have shared the link with her from channel, from channel. Okay, so you can contact any of the admin and then they will add you, inshallah. Or maybe واو غير مادية and يا غير مادية. What was the question? 060. You can contact this number, dear. This is my number, WhatsApp number. Samia. Wow, I don't remember honestly. I think it is the different sound. No, not different sound. I don't know. What was the question for wow غير مادية, if anyone remember? يا غير مادية. The wow غير مادية means the shape of the tongue is different. Is that question? I don't remember, dear. I'm really sorry. You can listen to the recording again. Okay. So if it is wow غير مادية, the shape of the tongue will be slightly elevated because we are circling the lips. The shape of the tongue will be slightly different, not resting. Okay, but it is not we are purposefully doing, it is happening automatically. Okay. Yeah. Then what else? For the ya غير مادية, we have different sound. For example, when we do ya fatha ya kasra ya yi, see, ya yi, ya dhamma yu, ya yi you. You can hear the ye sound clear. But when we do I, that I we will not do. So it is the softening sound. Okay, dear. Barakallahu feek. Yeah, you can join that way also. Jazakallahu khairan, Sister Sana. Allah, may Allah unite us in a beautiful place, far, 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 far better than this. So we can make dua each other. تقبل الله منا ومنكم سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.